the owner and his family. I think that's his mother and his granddaughter that passed away in the flood. This is his home, built by Brad Pitt through the Make It Right Foundation.
Yeah.
That's it, right? The Make It Right Foundation?
Mm-hmm.
Are you an artist?
No, I just have a lot of friends that are artists.
Oh, that's nice.
A lady from New York did that picture of people who lost family in Hurricane Katrina. People who come down and shot that picture. The play Waiting for Godot was done with that picture. An artist friend of mine drew that picture. And I just happened to meet a lot of people, meeting people, and talking to people. You know.
So you're not bitter? Have you seen goodness in people since this happened?
That's all I have seen.
That's good.
I have nothing to be bitter about. Like Ms. Gertie told you, I lost my mother and I lost my granddaughter. We lost our neighbors, but you find goodness in people if you look for it. You can find anger if you hold on to it. And I've let go what actually happened. The reason why I got this out is when you see, am I not bitter? And I find goodness in people. All of these people who come here.
Those are all business cards of people that help?
Yeah. Well, that help, that have come down, that have done things. I've been in Jet Magazine. I've been on PBS. I've been on Oprah. I talked to people with Condé Nast. I've talked to people with the New Yorker magazine. I've talked to groups who come down. But what I'm saying is I could run around with the anger in my heart, and we let that anger go a long time ago. You know, so yeah.
God is great.
You know, so yeah, we have to let go, let God.
Is Oprah nice? Is Oprah nice?
Well, I didn't really meet Oprah. I met Anderson Cooper. It was taped on her show.
Anderson Cooper. Is he nice?
Yeah, Anderson Cooper is really nice.
I like his show.
We expected more out of Oprah on an individual level, but...
it seems like she does everything through her company, not her.
She does everything through her company, and she does everything through certain issues that she's more. And it's not that she does everything through her company. She could have done more through her company for this area.
She didn't?
No. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm saying is you have to take everything with a grain of salt. You think that there would be as overwhelming appearance like there's with Make It Right, like there with the volunteers, but we don't have time to worry about what Oprah hasn't done. Yeah. We don't have time to worry about, what's his name?
Obama? Oh, the mayor guy?
No, I'm speaking to somebody else. Kanye West, who said George Bush don't like black people, but then if you look and see what he's done.
Has he done anything?
Not that I know.
Sent a dime?
I don't know. So that's one thing that you can't really ask
that's true.
An individual person what somebody has done, because I don't know what Oprah's done. I definitely don't know what Kanye West has done, but I do know what Brad Pitt has done. I do know what the volunteers have done. I do know what the colleges are doing. I do know what the high schools are doing. Those people who've actually come here. Florida A&M students come down. Georgia Tech students come down. I went to all-white college, St. Louis College in Northfield, Minnesota, and they come down. I have a Boston College shirt. I have a shirt from Rhode Island. I have a shirt from the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. So what I'm saying is we could talk about the ones who are doing. Then we could talk about, like you did ask about President Obama. He does know what's happening down here. And what a lot of people don't realize is there are bigger fish in a frying pan.
He's got his hands full.
You know. But he is doing things. You know, he is making sure his cabinet members know. He's making sure his secretaries know, what needs to be done. And same thing again, the stimulus packages that he has, and stimulus packages that work to help build jobs, help to build green industry. All of those things are things that make things like this house, this project that Brad Pitt is doing through his Make It Right group. Wendell Pierce is another prominent actor that's doing a lot. Danny Glover is doing things.
I'm glad to hear that.
Saying? So there are people who are taking up the cause, and if you look at what's being done and you learn how to be grateful and thankful, it doesn't matter who's not doing something. Be thankful for the ones that are doing.
And who ain't doing, maybe doing something else, you never know. And who ain't doing, maybe doing something else. Maybe there's somebody else out there that could vouch for what they're doing.
So rather than saying, well, this person isn't doing when you leave, I want you to take that as Ted Ellis. That's the guy who did the Obama piece.
Please. I would love to.
He framed a lot of my pictures for me, and these pictures here are his work, But the idea is there are great things being done, But the biggest thing that's being done is what's happening with my granddaughters and with my grandchildren and with my children. You know, we're moving on. We're not holding on to the past. You know, we're letting it go. You know, it's like what Ms. Gertie was saying. When people ask me about what we were here because we tried to evacuate the day before Hurricane Katrina on Sunday. And we were on our way to Nashville, Tennessee. And when we You asked about President Obama? I got a letter from him.
Wow.
That's just a copy of it. The original is put up, you know, so it actually wouldn't get messed up. You know, but what I was basically saying is telling you the story of what happened with us. We actually got on the road to leave the city, and we ran into traffic like this. The traffic was so heavy that it took us 5 hours to only get 30 minutes away. The traffic was so heavy, a trip that takes an hour took 19 hours to complete. So we turned around, and when we turned around, we came back to the Superdome, and my mother couldn't wait in an air-conditioned car. Then she couldn't stand up in the street, so we came back home. We were turned away. They told us they didn't have the hospital beds, they didn't have the things like the section they call special needs to take her. So we were turned away, and we came back home. And when we were here, we actually, when the storm surge came through like that, we actually were on the roof of our house in water like this. And we didn't have an axe like this guy has to put a hole in the roof. We had to kick a hole in the roof with our hands. When my granddaughter died, she died in water like this. So it wasn't that we didn't try to get out. You just happened to be here. The circumstances made a lot of things happen for a lot of people, good and bad. You know, but basically it gives you an idea of the devastation, of the destruction. You know, this is just 2 houses on the beach. This is the boat launch, you know. This is a hotel downtown, the Hyatt. This is actually a house in the water, and this is debris water floating around there. You know, so you had a lot of things. It was a catastrophic storm, but there were a lot of things. These are not small boats. These are extremely big boats if you look in reference to the cars, you know. And this is the actual highway in Slidell that actually was uprooted off its foundation. So there was a lot of things that happened in Katrina, but the biggest thing that happened when you talk about the rebuilding process, it has been fueled by volunteers, and volunteers, I would say, alone. The federal government, the way they rebuilt Iraq, they could have rebuilt this country
10 times over.
Yeah, you know, and we were all taxpayers. The flag outside is flying because my mother was in the Air Force, and I got that at her funeral. So we were all citizens. We did our part, and just the federal government didn't do their part. But while we were standing around waiting, the volunteers came in, and once they came in, we let go, you know, holding on to the past.
Your mother's birthday is the day after mine.
Oh, it is? November the 8th. My ex-wife's is November the 4th. My son's on November the 25th.
You're just swimming in Scorpios.
Yeah. The day before Christmas, the day before Thanksgiving this year. And, but like I said, we're home, we're back home, we're enjoying ourselves. This is where our house was before Katrina. The steps when you get ready to leave, that's on front on the side over there, that's all we have left of the house. You know, but at least we do have a house. At least we are rebuilding our families.
How long were you on the roof before anybody came and helped you?
Before anybody came to help us, and actually we were helped by Ernest Edwards, Keith Rivers, and Antonio Guy. We were on the roof for the whole hurricane, basically about 7 hours, you know. And we weren't rescued by the Coast Guard, we weren't rescued by the National Guard, we weren't rescued by all of these people who got the recognition of being the first responders. We were rescued by neighbors, and that happened for a lot of people. Neighbors helping neighbors, you know. So that's basically how things, you know, are. But we actually spent the first wave of the hurricane on somebody else's roof with water like this on top of the roof of somebody else's house, because our house broke up underneath our feet. So we spent the first wave of the hurricane. Then when the eye came, we thought it was over. We got all happy. Then next thing you know, the waves come again. So we spent the first wave, the eye, and the second wave on somebody else's roof.
So you're like on your roof, wet, soaked, whatever clothes you had on?
Well, to be honest,